So the biggest mistake, number one, is uploading random designs without a strategy. And we see this very often with people who recently come into our PDA coaching program, and we teach them obviously what to do and how to post strategically. But the opportunity of being on Zazzle is so freeing because you can upload and design pretty much anything, as long as it's obviously not copying and or disrespectful, all those things. But you can upload pretty much anything, right? And so Elke and I, we both had this experience when we first started out on the Zazzle platform, was that like we weren't really thinking as business owners. We were just thinking as designers and or indie designers ourselves, right? What do we like? What would we buy? So we posted those things for sale. I also uploaded randomly my high school artwork because I said, well, I don't know how to design anything, but I did an art project, so maybe I'll upload that to try and sell it online, because it was this opportunity where you could potentially make money on anything, right? But that whole concept of uploading random designs without a strategy is actually the biggest mistake that you can make, because you're spending time posting products for sale, like hours on end, figuring out how to do this stuff. And then those hours that you've worked or put into your Zazzle store don't actually translate to the sales. And then that's where people get so frustrated, because they're like, well, I have so many things for sale and I've worked really hard at uploading all these designs, but did you actually really think about what you were posting for sale initially? Or is it just because you could find some random clip art, or that you had some old photos that you took on your,
Or
on your vacation or
yeah,
something like that?
yeah, or you generated AI images and now you think that you're just going to make bank with that. It doesn't work that way. The other piece that's very interesting is because the Zazzle platform doesn't charge per listing like Etsy does and so on. I think there's this sort of disconnect that you can then just put up anything, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you actually had to pay for each listing, you would already, like, even if you didn't know that you were making a strategy, you were literally making a strategy because you're deciding what's valuable enough to put up and that you can get your money back from, right? Because you have to pay for the listing. And so that's the biggest disconnect and the biggest mistake. So how do we solve this? Because we're doing a solving for each one. So
Yeah. So the solution is design with intention. Elke and I coined the phrase intentional products. If you haven't heard us say that before, what we mean is that you're doing the research first initially with your niche or niche, and understanding what product types not only are the designs, but product types that are in that niche and or niche, and then understanding what the demand is for within that niche, right?